Alright, today we're going to be taking a quick look at the language book series Shadowing for Japanese, which is a series of books for shadowing the Japanese language. And as you can see, we have 3 of them here. These are all a little bit different and similar to each other in the way and what they focus on. The one here focuses more on work or, like interviews, admissions for college, things like that. The one in the middle is a little more idiomatically focused, and it is broken down into sections that are intermediate and then sections that are advanced, which is one of the reasons I really like it and would recommend it. And this one's a little different. It has that first part here where it's more idiomatically focused, but then it has a second section that is more like a monologue, informal dialogue, and then informal dialogue with vocabulary at the bottom. So it's a little bit different there. I'm going to take a quick look at this one so you can get an idea of what it's like. So, like, what is this? This is like an random interviews, things like that. We got the text, Japanese text on the left, some grammar or cultural things at the bottom, like a little notes, and then the English, Chinese, and Korean translations on the right. Part-time job interview. Let's see, what is this one? This is a university admissions interview, and this is a little bit longer instead of a series of small ones, small dialogues. This one here, which I've worked with a lot, as you can see here, we have Unit 4, Section 1. We get 4 dialogues on this page of varying lengths, and then next page is Section 2, which has more advanced Japanese. So you can kind of choose what to focus on. Section 1, Section 2. See, these are actually fairly, right here is a little more dense text-wise. And then at the end of each unit, we get various points that are referenced or highlighted in there. There's a little light bulb next to them. And that's something that explains more of like a meaning, like a cultural meaning, or like a very idiomatic expression. It explains what that means. And then it goes on to the next section. The last one's a little bit different. It's a long-running one. So, great book. Highly recommend this one. And this one is also supposed to be intermediate to advanced, but I don't know, it feels roughly intermediate, but let's see here. It has something similar to what we just saw with the series of small dialogues, translations. This one, instead of English, Chinese, and Korean, has Vietnamese instead of Korean. So we still have the quadrilingual translations, and then here we go. Let's go ahead and start with Unit 4. This one, I believe, has 12 units, and each unit starts out with a monologue explaining something. So like this is the enjoying the cafe. And we get the all Japanese text and then vocabulary at the bottom. The second part of that is a dialogue, which is more formal, and then basically the same dialogue with some details changed in an informal setup or informal language. For those of you not familiar with Japanese, the formal and informal is very, very important. That has a big effect on the language, on how you use it in terms of even vocabulary. So then we get these other little texts in between that explain certain cultural aspects of Japan. So let's see, self-check to help you self-check texts and so on. So this one also focuses heavily on the grammar, and there's a grammar section that you have to go back to with the translation for the specific grammar points. This is the only thing I would complain about these books, and all of them, is that I feel like the grammar section should have had more examples. It's the only thing I would say is not ideal. And if they didn't use furigana on every character in this one doesn't do that, but this one does, unfortunately. but none of it's romanized, so as long as you can read hiragana and katakana, you can figure out the meanings, because they do use the furigana, but yeah, the audio for the courses is absolutely great. I personally like to listen to it at 125, so it speeds it up considerably, but it still sounds good at that speed. I've noticed some courses, like the Tobira courses, audio doesn't really sound good at that speed. But if you want to get good at speaking fast and good at listening to fast-paced speech, you're going to want to speed it up at some point. And yeah, but going back to this, really great series. They're not particularly expensive. The books are small, they're compact, easy to carry with you, and they are lightweight. So, yeah, it's the Shadowing series.